recordings of their live stream that they do. If you are an Uber or a Lyft driver and you want to know how to do this the right way, you can give me a touch. My email is, obviously, it's uberjohnsrodeo@gmail.com. Next one, say hi to Thunder Pickles for me. Well, Thunder Pickles is my cat. You'll get to meet him eventually. He is the coolest cat on the planet. He's got the best name of any pet on the planet. Thunder Pickles is definitely an interesting catch. He can leap from the ground to the roof of my sunroom outside. It's about 8 feet in a single bound. And the first time that happened, it was a squirrel that was up there that didn't know that my cat could jump that high. It was fun to watch. And then, great ride, John. And that's from Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. On 220, Uber John just told me about his live stream he is doing in his car, so I'm going to check it out when it starts. And that's from Edwin Riscato. And thanks, Edward. It says, P.S. Nice person. What a nice, very nice person that John is. Very nice person that John is. You know, eventually I'll learn how to read properly and not insert words or comments or other things. The next one is coolest driver ever. Refer back to my statement about being cool. Like, what's my word against millions of adoring fans? I was literally exhausted, and you really gave me a pickup. Javondre, and that was on the 22nd of February. Thanks, Javondre. I love the way you write. This is how the guy just writes normally. This is his handwriting. He is in drama. I think he's going to be an actor. The guy is a pretty cool guy, I thought, from my perspective anyway. Hey, John, coolest driver ever. Muffin Baby. Hi, Danielle. You're the coolest passenger ever. She was pretty cool. And then this is from Joss. At least the name on my screen was Joss. His real name is Jose. It was just shortened, I guess. They either cut it off or he did. It says, be kind to others. I agree with that. You know, I think if you're kind to others, it'll come back to you tenfold. And then Mikey says, John, you're a welcoming person. Once I got in the car, I felt comfortable and welcomed. Well, thank goodness, because that's what I'm trying to do. I appreciate that, Mikey. And I think this is the last one from the last few days. This is from Key Rosé, February 23rd. And she drew a nice star. Oh, we're getting this thing in front of the camera. Everything's backwards. So I just have a question, Key. Does that mean that I'm just one star? I'm not really sure. I'm hoping that that's just one big star. And not really doing this to be a star, but I like to get 5 stars when I'm riding. For those of you that don't know, when you're in an Uber or a Lyft, it's important that you rate the driver. And obviously, if you get a bad ride, anytime you rate them a 3 or less, you'll never get them again. But one of the things that you should know is that Uber pays attention to the things that are being said, and if somebody isn't a good driver, they don't want them driving. Neither does Lyft. So once you start rating a person lower, they'll take an interest and make sure that they don't have a bunch of crazy people driving people around that are just making people angry. And I think that if you're going to be a driver, if you're going to be a Lyft driver or an Uber driver, that you have to have a certain sense of kindness and patience, because sometimes people will say things or do things that you might not be happy with, but I can tell you that it's my job when I'm out there to make you feel as comfortable and safe as I can possibly do. So that's all the writings that I have in the guest book that I'm going to read right now, and I'm going to go through the most recent people that have signed up for the show, and just kind of rattle those off. These are the ones that I've gotten in the last week or so, and Kirsten, Myrnie, Jalen, Kaylee, Tiki. Tiki is the one that did the mermaid's life in the earlier thing that I did here. Kaylee, Rafaela, Jeffy Dawkins, Andrew, Caroline, Aaron, Imani, Terry, Di, Bryant, Jeremy, Gemma, Matt, Edwin, Vanessa, Miles, Javondre, Chris, Key, and Michael, thank you. Thank you for using Lyft and Uber. Uh, we definitely appreciate it. It makes it easy when people are getting into the vehicle and really wanting to just enjoy themselves and have a nice ride somewhere. I will say that it's an amazing thing to be able to meet all of you, to get to know you a little bit in the few minutes that we have. I can tell you the toughest part of my job when I'm in there is, in order to have, for me to feel like it's a good ride, there has to be, a little bit of interaction, and hopefully it'll be the person is in a decent mood, and if they're not, hopefully I can get them there. But when somebody gets in, the hardest part of our job when we do this is to get the person to really feel comfortable, and we need to do it in the first 5 or 10 seconds. So I always like to say, welcome to my Uber, or welcome to my Lyft, and just start to ask them a little bit about themselves. And you'll see that as we get started with the live stream. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, and try and answer a lot of questions, making it exciting. I don't know if it'll be as exciting as Live PD. Hopefully we won't have any police chases or accidents or anything like that. Those are the things that we like to avoid, especially the police chases. No, that wasn't your computer freezing up. That was just me deep in thought. But I just wanted to thank everybody that is following me here on Twitch, and I'd like to encourage people that when you come to Annapolis, look for me. I'm normally in the Annapolis area, but I usually end up in either Baltimore or Washington at some point during the day, and it's going to be interesting when somebody that's been watching ends up riding, and hopefully we'll get enough people watching that they'll want to ride with us and have some fun. My moderator will change. I'm not going to put anybody through that for 8 to 10 hours a day of just watching me and paying attention to that. That would be torture, even for the kindest people out there. But it will definitely be something that you want to do, and something that hopefully I'll be able to get some good responses as to what we want to do. We're going to try a couple of different formats of interviewing people and asking questions. We might even do a little version of some kind of contest for somebody to win free subscriptions or other things like that, and just kind of see where it goes from there. I don't really know what to expect when people go on camera. I know that when I first go on camera and I start to talk, I always feel like something needs to be happening at all times. And it's going to be a lot about me getting comfortable just with being on camera all the time. Hopefully I won't pick my nose or do anything that embarrasses me or my kids, because I know that they're going to be watching. I'm probably moderating sometimes as well. But I just want to thank you in advance for watching my live stream once we go live in the Uber or the Lyft. And I hope that this is going to be interesting enough for you to make you want to watch again. Anyway, thanks so much. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. And hopefully you'll see me very soon in my vehicle in Uber John's Rodeo. Good night.